Hey everyone, this is Jessica, and I'm here to show you an exciting little update that I have to the Creative Couture collection. And as you know, or may not know, I just released it a couple days ago. And whenever I was reading my comments on Instagram, I had a lot of people asking me for crystals and glitter and things like that. But I had to take it to the level. I couldn't just do something simple. So this collection is textiles, jewels, pave, encrusted liquid metals. It's so much. And of course, as I showed before, you can color it in any color, even gold. But I wanted to do something a little bit special because I know how much everyone loves the gold styles from my Instagram line. So I wanted to make sure it was absolutely effortless for you to take any of these 215 swatches or 161 unique styles and make them a very rich, beautiful gold. So I played around with the layers and stuff until I just got it just right so that it just looked really good no matter what. And so that you didn't have to think about it, because this whole collection is not having to think. And I like that I got a comment on this new Creative Couture collection, and this guy was saying, how he enjoyed it, and that, it just kind of took the guesswork out of it, and that you don't have to just think about it too much. So that's really exciting. So the new actions that I've just added into the package, you got to replace your actions and replace your pattern so that you're going to have this new gold pattern. But basically all you need to know is you select your layer. In this case, I've wrote the word glam out, and you go over to your new action, which is Rich Gold Couture, press play, and bam, everything's done for you. The layer, how I laid it out is just a little bit different. So you've got your original layer here. And then, of course, as always, your main pattern is marked in green, so it's very easy to change. I've got a layer here called Intensify, so you can turn that on and play with the opacity and intensify your gold if you like. There's a brightness and contrast, just because I always include that. The main gold color, you don't need to do anything or touch it, but above it there's an adjustment gold layer. And this is really handy if you have, say for example, a deeper, darker texture that you want to bring out those dark, the midtones basically. So this top layer, you can turn it higher and take out some of those midtones, or just turn it off altogether. But that's just, these two layers are some adjustment layers so that you can easily use your slider on your opacity and just tweak it until it's perfect. So I'm going to show you a few different, and then of course, you can always just change your couture pattern at any time. So, we've got all these rich glitters. And so this is an example, some of these darker ones, because I made a lot of the patterns. I only count the unique patterns, so there's 161 unique patterns, but a lot of them, to make everything easier for you, I made a light version like this and a dark version like this. And this is great if you want to use a dark color, and this is great if you want it to be lighter. So I just took that, as I mentioned before in the video, I made that so it's super easy. But say you want one of the dark patterns and there's not a light version or whatever. So say this pattern's pretty dark, that's where this top layer comes into place, and you can turn it all the way up and it brings out those dark tones, so it's really quite nice. And conversely, if you have a really light pattern and you want to intensify it, that's where you want to turn that pattern on, and that will make it intensify. So what's cool is this is just, it's not just a few gold patterns, and it's just like Instagram. You've got 161 unique patterns, and all of them can be gold. So I even got the jeweled ones, which is really pretty. The paves, really beautiful. The textile collections, you can use any of the textile, any pattern basically can be gold. So it's really fun. And the textiles is a good example of, now the textiles, I actually made them quite large. Let me find one of my favorite textiles. There's one that's kind of a linen. And as I always say, if you need to, you can turn down the scale of those patterns so that they're smaller. I love the deeply encrusted ones. Let's see if I can find some of my faves. I love how these just look like they have, so there's so much depth to them. So you can see these are just really spectacular, especially the so dimensional ones. These are out of control. I love how they just look so deep and you have a lot of different layers here. So as you can see, it's just so easy. All of these can be gold. Let's see here. I'm just going to flip through a couple of them. The lightly encrusted. Now this is an example of you don't want the light on and you might want to intensify it, but you kind of don't want to fight it. Just there's so many different patterns. If you have a really light one, those just aren't going to look good in gold. You want to sort of this is about the most light that you would want to go. But the good thing is that there's so many patterns that you don't have to fight it or whatever. You've just got so many. I like how some of these lightly encrusted ones, how they worked out. It just looks really spectacular with the gold. And of course you've got the caviars. That's really lush and rich. That's where you'd want to bring out the lighter thing there. I think that's really cool. The caviars, and then what else? We've got the liquid metals. The metal mixes are really spectacular. I just love them. So I will let you play it around, and so that's it. All you do is you just press play on the Rich Gold Couture. And one other thing that I'm going to show you is, just like before we have the Couture and then we have the Paint Couture actions, you've got to paint Rich Gold Couture. So you just push play, and just like all my other painting actions, that prepares you a surface. And let's see here, I better plug in my tablet here. And so I am going to grab, if I can, one of my paintbrushes and just show you how amazing this is. So there you go. You've got, all you need to know is, just like the other actions, you paint on the red layer and have some fun with that. That's really spectacular. Okay, well, I'm going to stop tooting my own horn here. I just wanted to show a demonstration of the new actions. And as you know, you never know what I might add to the collection. So make sure you're following me on Creative Market. And I hope you enjoyed this.